Ruby's Unforgettable Adventure.
In an enchanting, temperate forest lives Ruby, an agile red panda with a remarkable talent for climbing. This bedtime story invites you to explore alongside Ruby as she embarks on the challenge of pets' secret life. Witness her encounters with twists and dangers that demand quick thinking and cleverness, encouraging you to refine your English listening skills in a relaxing setting. As Ruby navigates these adventures, she learns the crucial lesson of self-discipline, helping shape her approach to any challenges that lie ahead. Throughout the journey, she experiences the profound impact of loss and grief, forming bonds that enrich her tale. This story beautifully illustrates the importance of diverse perspectives, making it a valuable resource for language learners searching for both escape and learning. Join Ruby as she uncovers what it means to be courageous and how to apply newfound wisdom to future endeavors, all while improving your English fluency.
Ruby, the agile red panda, began her day in the tranquil forest. Morning light danced through the leaves as she practiced climbing. Her red fur contrasted with the green canopy as she skillfully navigated treetops. Watching her made her forest friends awestruck. They admired her grace, feeling inspired by her agile movements. As Ruby climbed higher, her forest friends gathered below. Squirrels, birds, and the little fox all looked up, captivated. Ruby's movements were like a dance among leaves. The friends whispered with excitement, each one feeling lucky to share in such a friendly display of natural skill. Unexpectedly, a curious sparrow flew by, chirping playfully. It landed next to Ruby, eager to join in her adventure. Ruby, amused by the sparrow's courage, paused to greet her new companion. Together, they explored the treetops, adding joy to Ruby's morning routine with their playful antics. As the sun climbed higher, Ruby and her feathered friend explored deeper. The forest offered its recipes of hidden berries and cool shadows. Ruby felt a connection to the vibrant world around her, every moment full of discovery and bliss. Her routine filled her with new energy, as if touching the sky. While resting on a sturdy branch, Ruby noticed a distant, sparkling pond. Intrigued by this new discovery, she decided to visit it. Encouraged by the sparrow's excited tweets, she descended from her high perch with a newfound curiosity. Her friends followed closely, eager to join the new adventure. Ruby led the way, weaving through ferns and under branches. The forest path was alive with the sounds of rustling leaves and chirping friends. The anticipation of reaching the shimmering pond added excitement. Ruby's heart beat with the rhythm of the forest. Each step was an adventure, closer to discovering beauty unseen before. At last, Ruby and her companions arrived at the pond. The water mirrored the sky, a canvas of blue and clouds. Ruby approached cautiously, dipping a paw to send ripples across the surface. The tranquility filled them with awe. Sitting by the water's edge, they enjoyed the serene beauty, feeling grateful for the day's discovery. As the sun set, casting warm hues across the sky, Ruby returned to her favorite tree. Surrounded by her friends, she reflected on the day's adventures. The forest whispered good night, a symphony of rustling leaves. Ruby felt content and ready to sleep, her heart filled with gratitude for the joy of discovery and friendship. In a serene forest, Ruby the red panda overheard pets discussing secret adventures they took when their owners were away. Fascinated, Ruby listened closely as they described the wonders and challenges of the human world. Her heart fluttered with excitement, eager to learn more about these intriguing escapades. The pets spoke of the human world as a place filled with mysterious things, like humming machines and flashing lights. Their stories painted vivid images in Ruby's mind. A dog described how he ran through open fields, chasing colorful kites, while a cat bragged about climbing sleek furniture like a jungle gym. Ruby's adventurous spirit couldn't resist the allure of these stories. She thought of her own agility and the thrill of exploring something new. Inspired, she decided to join the next outing, believing her skills would prove useful. It was time to uncover the secrets behind these adventures herself. As dusk settled, Ruby and the pets gathered to plan. They decided to meet at a dawn's quiet hour. The pets shared tips about navigating the human world, like avoiding noisy contraptions. Ruby, feeling the excitement, imagined the starts of her quest and the balance between readiness and thrill. At dawn, Ruby followed the pets as they ventured into the human realm. The sights were extraordinary. Tall buildings shimmering in sunrise, and unfamiliar sounds filled the air. Ruby climbed effortlessly onto a metal railing, feeling the pulse of the new environment. Her heart raced with excitement and a hint of trepidation. The human world was full of surprises. Ruby dodged quick bicycles and crossed smooth roads. Her forest skills proved invaluable as she scaled fences. The pets cheered her every move. One challenge after another, Ruby felt her confidence grow, using her senses and instincts to explore this vibrant new land. Each corner of the human world unveiled something astonishing. Ruby discovered sparkling fountains and mirrored windows, reflecting her curious gaze. The sensation of discovery was a thrill unlike any other. Her heart danced with the joy of new experiences. Ruby felt a deeper connection to her friends and this strange, exhilarating place. As the sun set, it was time to return to the forest. Ruby carried the day's memories with her, a heart full of joy, courage proven, and secrets uncovered. She looked forward to sharing her own stories of adventure. Ruby realized that while her world seemed more expansive now, the beauty of her forest was irreplaceable. Ruby the red panda was curious. Her home was a lush, safe forest, but beyond lay the bustling village she had heard so much about. Seeking thrills, she decided it was time for an adventure with her pet friends. Excitement filled her, eager to discover what lay beyond the familiar forest's edge. As Ruby entered the village, the sights amazed her. Busy street vendors and colorful stalls lined the road. People were laughing, talking, and buying goods. Ruby felt both excitement and nervousness when she realized the village was a big, lively place full of energy she'd never experienced before. Navigating the crowded streets was a challenge for Ruby. She dodged bicycles and stumbled over cobblestones. Busy townsfolk barely noticed her. Every corner seemed to present a new obstacle, testing Ruby's patience and skills. Adjusting to the fast pace of village life was harder than she imagined. Ruby's agility was tested when a tall fence blocked her path. Encouraged by her friends, she tapped into her climbing skills. With grace, she scaled the fence, her heart pounding with the thrill of the climb. Reaching the top, Ruby paused, proud of overcoming her first real challenge in the village. From the fence, Ruby surveyed the view. Her next challenge awaited, crossing the rooftops. Ears perked, she leapt across the shingles, finding new paths high above the busy streets. With each leap, her confidence grew, feeling the freedom of the open air and her success in this high-adventure journey. During a pause on the rooftops, Ruby reflected. Her friends, experienced travelers, shared advice that helped her so far. Trust in her abilities, stay curious, and ask for help when needed. Their support reminded Ruby that she was not alone in this unfamiliar environment. She felt grateful and ready for more. Ruby faced periodic roadblocks, like sudden rain or misleading paths. But her resourcefulness, sharpened by her friends' lessons, guided her through each. She learned to find shelter under awnings and safely navigate tricky streets. Surprisingly, each challenge also became a learning opportunity in the bustling village maze. Ruby's journey was unexpectedly rewarding. Each obstacle overcome with grit left her with new skills and confidence. As she returned home, her heart was full. The village, once an unknown, had shown her the value of courage and friendship. Ruby knew she'd soon seek new adventures. Until then, she cherished the memories made. Ruby, the curious red panda, entered the human village, intrigued by colorful lights and delicious aromas. The sights captured her attention, making her momentarily forget her way home. This world was filled with distractions, each more inviting than the last. Ruby felt a mix of excitement and confusion, realizing she needed to stay focused. Every corner held a new attraction. Ruby saw a fountain shimmering under lanterns and street stalls with treats. Tempted, she paused, smelling sugary delights in the air. Yet, she knew she must not linger too long. The forest called her back. Ruby realized discipline was about controlling impulses, an essential skill for her journey. Pausing by the fountain, Ruby reflected on the distractions around her. Lights twinkled, and crowds moved swiftly. She started to understand that true discipline isn't only about doing what is necessary, but also about resisting distractions. Ruby decided to focus on her inner voice, guiding her back to her woodland home. Ruby felt determination rise within her. She knew she had to stay true to her goal of returning to the forest. Step by step, she moved away from the bright lights and tempting stalls. Shadows of trees in the distance reminded her of home. Her confidence grew stronger with every decisive step toward her goal. On her way, Ruby encountered unexpected hurdles. A bustling parade barred her route, vibrant and loud. She hesitated, then recalled her lessons in discipline. By focusing on her breathing and finding a calm space within, she skillfully navigated through the crowd, trusting her instincts and remaining focused on her forest destination. As the night deepened, the festive village noise faded into echoes. Ruby kept her eyes on the distant forest, illuminated by a gentle moonlight. She realized each challenge she overcame was a step forward in self-discipline, teaching her resilience and focus. She felt hope that her perseverance would lead her home. As morning light touched the peaks, Ruby found herself on familiar terrain. The forest greeted her with rustling leaves and the scent of pines. Her journey had been daunting, yet full of lessons. From discipline, she discovered strength and a renewed appreciation for her woodland home that now lay just ahead, welcoming her back with open arms. Back in the forest, Ruby realized these lessons in self-discipline would guide future adventures. Distractions would come again, but her newly found strength would help her stay focused on her goals. Ruby understood her journey was an ongoing path of learning, one that would lead her to many more beautiful, disciplined adventures. Ruby, the curious red panda, embarked on an adventure through the lush forest. The sun filtered through the leaves, and the air was rich with the scent of pine. She was eager to explore the world beyond her familiar bamboo grove. Alongside her, two pets, Loss, a wise turtle, and Grief, a kind-hearted hare, joined her on this quest. The path led them to an enchanted brook that sparkled in the daylight. Loss shared a story about resilience as they crossed the smooth stones. Grief spoke of hope as Ruby leapt gracefully from rock to rock. The water's song carried tales of strength and wisdom, filling Ruby's heart with courage for the journey ahead. While resting beneath a towering oak, Ruby met Flora, a gentle deer with a story of her own. Flora told of her family and the bonds of love that sustained her. Ruby realized the power of friendship as she listened, absorbing lessons of empathy and compassion. As night fell, Ruby and her companions camped under a starlit sky. Grief recounted tales of the stars, each one a glimpse into the past. They felt connected to something greater, a vast universe of experiences. The night was filled with gratitude and dreaming, their bonds growing stronger. The journey brought challenges, steep hills and sudden rains that tested their spirit. With each step, Ruby learned resilience from Loss's steady pace and optimism from Grief's infectious laughter. As obstacles arose, their friendship strengthened, teaching them the value of support and unity. As they ventured into a serene valley, the gentle breeze whispered wisdom from the ancient trees. Ruby felt humbled by nature's grandeur. Loss taught her to cherish every moment, while Grief inspired her to embrace change. These lessons enriched her understanding and strengthened her love for the natural world. The journey's end was near. Ruby returned to her bamboo grove with a heart full of stories and newfound perspective. The bonds she forged with Loss and Grief taught her empathy and resilience. Back in familiar surroundings, she felt a deep gratitude for the diversity of the world, now seen through wiser eyes. Settling down for the evening, Ruby reflected on her adventure. Her journey with Loss and Grief had expanded her world. The vibrant, diverse experiences and their spirit taught her gratitude and the beauty of unity. As she dozed off, the forest hummed with life, a symphony of unique, intertwined stories.